in here. Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome in. Try to push it back a little bit. Oh, hello, Shelly and Anthony. How are you, darling? How have you been? Everything good? I feel like my thing's crooked. Okay. Three people, one thumbs up. Yes, I guess we'll just give it a minute for people to get in. Fireworks, of course. And then we will get this started. 2 for 2, it's saying now. Let me make sure I have this on right. Hello, Chris. You say the same thing every Sunday. Hello, Red Silo Homestead. Good evening, Melody. Good evening. How are you, Darren and Justine? I hope you're well. I hope everybody had a great week. Hello, Hobby Garden for Health. How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Just waiting for some peeps to get in here, and we will get this started. I know here the Eagles are on, so, and yeah. So some people are watching football. Hanging in there. Another busy week here, getting ready for 24 degrees tomorrow night. I know. Hi, Boone, honey. I've been seeing, this is what I do. I pay attention to other states. Next week I have a low of 37. And, you know, it's the one-woman show here. Still lots to get done. Yeah, so it's 37. It could go to 32. That's just kind of the way that I look at it. Hello, Suzanne. Happy Sunday. Hi, Mel. Notification was late. Oh, sorry about that. If somebody can share this live out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Good to see you, Voon. Hobby Garden for Health. I need to put my plastic on my hoop house. Yeah, I decided I'm not going to do any of that. Hello, Where to Begin Homestead. Happy Sunday. Hello, friends. Be right there watching ads. Okay. What's out there is what's out there. So this is what's left that's out there. Lots of tomatoes I still have to pick. They're green. I did a video to show you, you know, like what's going on. I was picking beans today, shockingly. So I'm trying to get the last of the beans. I only have 2 beds that are ripped out. I have another meat squash that's out there growing. I got to collect that. And I have to pick, oh, I left my bag out there. Shoot. I have to pick more eggplants because they're out there. And my purple top globe turnips can handle some frost. And I did a big harvest on beets. You'll probably see that on Tuesday. And I spent most of yesterday watching the Phillies that I'm repping because they won here Friday and Saturday. And we have one more teams to play. And we might go to the World Series. And we haven't been there since 2011. So I was peeling beets yesterday while I was watching the Phillies game. You know, busy, busy, busy. Calling for below 32 for 3 nights in a row here. Winter smacking us early this year. They said that. So true. I'll be trying to listen, have something I need to do. Okay, Suzanne. I can't believe all your peppers. Nice. Thank you. A lot of peppers. The sweet peppers took me about a week and 2 or 3 days to get done. And then I kept some off to the side to use for a few other things. And now I've been working on all the hots. I know it's a longer video, but I just kept getting interrupted. Like, cut the grass, weed whack. Debbie was supposed to be here. She was running late. And I thought to myself, oh, I hope she gets here before 4. They were calling for rain. She was out there when it was pouring. I'm like, Deb, let it go. And then I was like, well, I'm back at it again. So that video probably took me 3 days just to get all the hot peppers harvested. So I harvested beans today. Lots to show you today. This is shocking, but All those beans I got just from picking today. So I'm not putting any more up in jars. I had some fresh tonight because to be honest with you, I didn't really eat anything fresh. Maybe some salads. So I had some of those tonight with 2 pieces of flounder. Let me show you something. And really look out for the bean video because I have some type of crazy bean. It's like a black bean, but almost like a lima bean. I think it's a blue like swan bean. I only got 4 or 5 in the pack. It may be it, but I'm not really sure if it's like a shelling bean. If that's the case, I have ones like this long out there. I'm like, I'll just let them go and create a seed. But look at this. Is this not something? I mean, did I make up for what I lost? No, but I'm very grateful because these are amazing beans. I got a couple of the dragon tongue beans. And then I don't know what kind of bean this is. It's a little bit flat, a little bit different because you have to remember we rush to get beans in from the Mexican bean beetle. So happy with that. And then I harvested this bowl of a little bit of everything, collecting some tags that I recycle. Wow, this one was supposed to be over there. Okay, so there's more hots in here. There's sweet green bell peppers, some purples. Just craziness. Some more tomatoes and more peppers because when I ripped out the plants, so there was more on there. So I have this bowl to deal with. I don't know if you can really see it. There it is. And then I have a Home Depot bucket that I have to deal with. And that has herbs on the top. But I still have all my herbs to harvest, the rest of the red beets to harvest. Purple top globe turnips, they're coming in. I can see them. They're looking pretty good. They're not ready to harvest. I have to pick the rest of the eggplants and rip those plants out. Switch chard, and I asked in a video if anybody can tell me, do they have a recipe? Because I have like the giant Ford hook switch chard. So if anybody has a recipe for that, that'd be great. You'll see that video. But there's multiple different switch chards out there. I have purple kohlrabi growing, a little bit of red acre cabbage. I did see the harlequin beetle bug again today, though. Hello, Melinda Elliott. Hello, peeps. Happy Sunday. How are you? I feel it's getting cooler sooner. By about 2 weeks, I'm in Ohio. I'll just say L. El Ocido. Hello, welcome in. Happy Sunday. Patriot Underground. I was ready to say gang because you said hello, gang. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Patriot Underground. Good to see you in here. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So yeah, so I left my bag out there that has a couple eggplants in it. We'll see how it makes out overnight. But just been busy. Really, really busy. You all know my roommate's out of work. And he could be chopping down the sunflowers, but he's not. So I'm probably going to have to call Thomas this week to help. I call it gloppers, to chop them down because I like to clean things up. So bad news is the bed that had half peppers and half sweet, I was getting ready to amend the soil, leaving certain things in there. And I took my hurry and I just went down a little bit and humongous. I only have like a pet peeve with really like 2 things. Slugs, because I think they're gross and disgusting, and grubs. And there was 5 enormous grubs inside that bed, and I was like at a panic. I'm holding my hurry to go over to the chickens. So I may have them all, but you know, I took 2 chickens in the garden with me the other day. I put them on the bed. They're new. They didn't really know what to do. But they were really well behaved. I can handle 2 in there. Can't handle 6. So they were going around, you know, pecking, eating bugs, things of that nature. They would jump back up on the bed, scratch a little bit, you know, a little poop. But I want to get them out there in it tomorrow. Hopefully they'll stay on the two beds. The one pepper bed that was all sweet, I didn't see any grubs. But the hot pepper half sweet bed, 5 grubs. And I mean big ones. So they became chicken food. And then my carrots, I saw a bunch of caterpillars on it the other day. Well, yesterday. And the birds were right next to it and they didn't even notice them. And I was just clipping off the tips because I don't know if I ever posted the video, but my carrot tops got eaten off. So did my sweet potato slips, all got eaten off. So needless to say, unfortunately, they became chicken food. And then I looked it up because I was like, ugh, that's the butterfly that is, you know, going to be extinct. I will be ticked because I always try to get back to Mother Nature. I noticed a lot of black and blue butterflies here this season, and so it's the black swallowtail. So they got a few of them. Some of the tops were eaten off, but not too bad. And yeah, so there's still bugs out there. I just need the chickens to do their job. See, am I missing anybody? Let me go to chats. Okay, no. Melinda Elliott. I did say hello. Okay, so that's what's going on out there. Still lots of things to harvest, and I'm on the countdown, like literally mad dash run. But I gave up my time yesterday. I'll show you. Lots to show tonight. I took the advice of my subscribers. This container, hello, Tina Ladybug, happy Sunday. This container here was full of beets. And then I realized I never showed the harvest. I had to show it the next day, dumping it out on the lawn, cleaning them up, so forth and so on. But I have on the dehydrate, these are all rinsed. These are all the beet tops because a lot of my subscribers were telling me to dehydrate them. So I have some in the oven and I just turned that dehydrator off. So I could hear myself think, we'll see if I can get all those dehydrated because I put that on yesterday. It's completely done. But I'm going to powder all the beet tops. So thank you for that suggestion. That's just going to be a lot of work because it's pretty big. How are you, Tina Ladybug? So, half a bucket of leaves still to go. And this I have to pick off and put in the blender. Fed my sourdough starter right before I clicked on to go live. Pam told me to take it out of the fridge and I was going to feed it every day this week to do a sourdough pizza. But she had to get back to me. And this is where my rubber band is. And I need the recipe. So I did that. And I'm tired of wasting the discard. So I've been using my sourdough discard in pancakes. So I wanted to do that before live so I wouldn't have to do it afterwards. Do you can your sweet potatoes? No, I never ever have. Speaking of sweet potatoes. All my leaves were eaten off. Some of them look goofy. The rest are sitting out on the table in a bowl. I probably should just bring them in, but I just brought a few in to show you. Do you remember that bucket that was on my shelf that says for potatoes? So just a few to show you. My sweet potatoes. Goofy ones. I had a lot more goofy ones than I had probably normal ones. And I did less slips. So I will grab this and show you because I came up with an idea in case anyone else has this. And I don't know where Paul. Yikes. So sorry, everyone. Everybody still good? Okay. Close call. Hold on one second. Yeah, I just realized I have the plug up higher and just knocked it down. So technical difficulties. Okay. Sorry. My goodness gracious. As long as it didn't kill it, we're all good. Oh, Melinda, you're so nice. I always enjoy your stream when I can be here. I really appreciate it. Does anybody else have one of these? I put my potatoes in here because that's what it's for. And my potatoes never ever last. But I'm going to put my sweet potatoes in there because I experimented for the last, I don't know. I mean, you can see it's hard. It's good. I'm going to use this to hold my sweet potatoes in. Because sweet potatoes, they're not really kind of picky. I mean, there's so many more to add in here. But that was my idea, to use this bucket that I got at TJ Maxx. That is for potatoes. I keep my potatoes in a dark spot now, and I'm going to use it to hold my sweet potatoes. But again, Melinda Elliott, I so greatly appreciate that. Beyond belief. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was so nice of you. You had a good sweet potato harvest. I didn't think I did, but thank you, Hobby Garden. Jason Avers, last year I put more slips in, and I don't know if it was like equal. Maybe I got a few more this year. So I went in with a little less slips than my real big pot that we tried to guess. I was doing the whole thing myself. My roommate decided to chime in as I was, harvesting, and goes, "Why don't you just pull the tarp over here?" I said, "Oh, now you want to jump in to help?" Because it was recording. Anyway, but I took his help. The big one, I think I did 3, 4 max. And then the tote, I think I did 4, but then you always have that last, well, I actually had 3 left. So I went in with 1 more, and I think that's the whole ticket. It's either I'm going to have to do them in the ground or stop doing them in the pot. I don't know. Hi, Fuzz. How are you? Happy Sunday. Mel, when will you show the subscribers how to make flour out of insects like the climate changers want us to do? Never, Fuzz. I won't be doing that. Doreen's Food Prep Resource. Hello, Doreen. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Welcome in. He's saying hello. I'm glad I got that little, knock the tripod over before we got further into it. So yeah, that's my idea for my sweet potatoes. What do you think? Because I don't think sweet potatoes grow eyes as quick as regular potatoes. So I was letting them cure. There's still more out there. I just didn't carry them in. So that's that. And on to Paul Honeyman. I think he was not feeling too well last Sunday. He was out of sorts. So he most likely will not be here tonight, my friends. Mount Maple Ranch. Hello. Good evening. Happy Sunday. How are you? Hope everyone had a great weekend. Let's see. I know. Autocorrect does things. Sometimes I'm writing a word and it'll just automatically change it. It makes me look like a dum-dum, like I can't spell. I got corrected for that a million times. I'm trying to say it's my keyboard. But if I proofread it 3 times, then I can usually catch it. Boone says, I only planted 1 slip per 5-gallon bucket for my sweet potatoes. I got a great harvest this year. 53.8 pounds. So excited. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Boone. So 5-gallon. I was trying to estimate. Did you all see that big brown planter pot? I don't know how many gallons that is. That's pretty big. And I had, like I said, 3 in there, and I think 4 in the other. And I actually still had 2 that I had nowhere to plant. So congratulations, Boone. I'm so proud of you. There he is, Jason Avers. Hello. I need to dig out my sweets and get them curing. Not much warm weather left. No. What is it, everyone? Patera talks about it. It's like a little teeny piece of fruit, and you bite into it. And if you get the spoon, which a lot of people in different states got the spoon, it said we were going to get an early winter and Farmer's Almanac. I looked that up last week. My actual first frost date was the other day, and yet we were at 70, but we're dipping like, oh, I don't know. Some nights it's 50, but some of it's in the 40s. But next Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm going to be 37 here. But welcome in, Jason Avers. Don't know if you saw my sweet potato harvest. I listened to you and I planted less slips and I still didn't get that much. So I don't know, my friend, if I have to fertilize it first, or I don't know what I'm doing wrong, or if I should just plant them in the ground. Mountain Maple Ranch, we're so happy to have you here as well. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, Jason Avers. Just love you. Ooh, bug flower, I know, right? So proud of Boone. She got buku. And you know, eating a sweet potato has every single vitamin in it, like from A to Z. So that's awesomeness. So proud of her. Let's see. Left on phone. No computer, so I'm slow. That's okay. Take your time. I did write on my community page about going live tonight, and starting next week, I want to advertise live and use my laptop. We're going to have to try out this webcam. I just got to get it over with. If it works, great. If not, then I guess I'll have to get another one. So I'm going to go that route so it will advertise, because I feel bad asking someone to share out my live. It's my third year. It keeps getting better. Yeah, Boone is a third-year gardener and is just, I'm so proud of her. She did better on her sweet potatoes than I did. Oh my goodness, and I've been there he is, Paul. How are you, my friend? Are you feeling okay? I said you weren't feeling like 100% last week, so you may or may not be here tonight, but I didn't get any message that you wouldn't be, so glad to see you here, my friend from over the pond. How are you? How are you? And happy Sunday. That's it. I'm not going to say it right. Persimmon. Yes, it predicts the weather. Everyone that bit into that, like when they get to the little stone in the middle, had a spoon. Has anybody seen that? Um, Appalachian Homestead got it. Oh, I watch a lot of different people. Quite everyone that bit into theirs got the spoon. So I think we're in for it. Thank you for that, Jason Evers. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I hear you there. Hello, Gavin, Mason. Everyone say hello to G-Man, who's my grandson, telling me, go Steelers. Hi, my mom. Yeah, the Steelers finally won a game, but at least they beat Tom Brady. So, because my Steelers have a whole practically new team. You know, Ben Roethlisberger retired, and they lost 3 games. Today they play against Tom Brady, and they beat them. But hi, Gavin. How are you, honey? I love you. It may just come down to the number of hot days you got. We can grow them in cooler climates, but they really love the tropics. Well, 109, like too hot for my sweet potatoes, because it was god awful this growing season. Sincerely, sincerely hot. Let's see. Hello, hustlers. Welcome in again. Happy Sunday. Sweet potatoes are good. They really are. And in case you didn't know, there's a restaurant called Texas Roadhouse. Just kind of like soften your butter, and then you can put cinnamon in it. They always serve that with their sweet potatoes there. I do that. If it's unsalted butter, I'll add a little salted, but I mainly use salted butter. It's delish, and I just sometimes just like it plain in like with just butter on it. But I don't know. Some professional canners might know if you can can sweet potatoes, because I absolutely don't know that. But I did learn. I have another one about this size out there that's growing, maybe a little bit bigger. Meat squash. The other ones are over there. to leave it chunked. Like once you peel it, chunk it, and then pressure can it. I did learn that. You can't puree it and then pressure can it. It just doesn't come out right. So I learned something new every day with this whole canning experience. Someone, oh, Boone, I love you too, girl. Our life, hello, hello, happy Sunday, saying, hey, Mel, how are you? Welcome in, happy Sunday. I'm a 1.25-year gardener. We won't count this past year. You're so funny. I am bone chilling cold tonight, really? If you saw my short, I said to Jimmy like weeks ago, I'm like, we need to start a small fire in there to make sure everything's good. It's like, okay, procrastinates. So I started a fire in it. Phenomenal. Wanted to check it out. I looked at the thermostat to see what it was because it was a chilly night. And it worked really good. It's very energy efficient. It kept it very warm in here. I don't know how to explain this. I purchased a cord of wood before I lost my home, and it went to my friend Thomas's. So they made 2 trips to bring the wood over. I stacked it. I'm used to stacking wood. Jimmy helped out a little bit, but it only filled 1/2 rack. And I'm like, dude, that wasn't my full rack. And he's like, it's got to be. So he's like, oh, tell Jimmy to go on the Facebook Marketplace for wood. I said, if you think for a second that wood's going to keep this warm all winter, you're crazy. So he is going to have to find more wood. But it worked really, really good. Good, I'm glad I said it right. Patera, love her. Yep, I do too. Gavin, are you still on here? Because can you tell your mom I'm live and to please stop calling me? Thank you. Love you much. Let's see. My daughter just keeps beeping in. Everyone's saying hello. Saying hello, Doreen. People, sorry I'm off my game tonight. Should be back to it in a few weeks. Yeah, buddy, okay. During a event, I would not let Patera do without. If you can read my dirty minds. I read it, Fuzz. I read it. I know Texas Roadhouse is great. But that cinnamon butter that they make, I just wanted to put that out there. If everybody, Boone with all these sweet potatoes. Yeah, the cinnamon butter. Oh, so good. So, so good. Yes, you can. Okay, because someone else was asking about it. Obviously, I wouldn't know that, being a newbie canner. Hello, my green lawn. How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Guess what, Melody? Inspected our raised beds tonight. They're all going to have to be redone. Rebuilt next year. How do you like your metal beds? Love them. Love them, love them. And why do yours have to be rebuilt? Oh, that's crazy. That's so much work. I think back to me doing it by myself, and I hurt in places I never thought I could hurt before. Yeah, I do like the galvanized beds, though. Red Stylo Homestead for sure. Let's see. Happy to see my green lawn in here. How was your day today, says my grandson. Good, not bad. How was yours? Gavin, your mom keeps beeping in. Can you please tell her to stop? Thank you. Green giant hemorrhoids. Paul, you're too much. Oh my, I just got the notification that you went live, Melody. Well, that's a little late. Her small rack. Paul. Oh, Voon, you've had the cinnamon butter. It's awesome, isn't it? Melody, if you decide to pressure can the sweet potatoes in chunks, make sure you blanch for 8 to 10 minutes before canning. Okay. Brain fart. Someone else had asked that. I don't know if I would pressure can. It's just like, okay, for everybody that's just getting in here because they didn't get the notification, let me go down and make sure. Crubby the Beagle. Hello, host. Well, hello, Crubby. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Welcome in. Cinnamon butter definitely sounds good. It's so good, Hustlers. So good on a sweet potato. Kind of expected it. Wooden raised beds. Oh, yeah, it only lasts for 3 years. Just sucks we lost this past year. So considering metal beds from here on out. Yeah, the galvanized, they were really good. You all know Jay got me them as a gift for Christmas last year, and that soil, which was a godsend. But for anyone that's coming in, I am running my butt off around here trying to get more things harvested. So this is that bowl of like more tomatoes, peppers, some onions, things like that. And then I was out there today with my pups, and I'm repping the Philadelphia Phillies because I think we're like a little bit, well, we won Friday and Saturday, kicked butt, and we may, cross your fingers, end up going to, wait, they have to play another team. We may end up at the World Series. We haven't been there since 11 years. But these are all the beans that I picked from out there today. Healthy looking beans, aren't they? Look at them, and I'm ready to rip them out. But these are not going to get pressure canned. I've been pressure canning everything. And I'm not going to pressure can those because I want them for fresh eating. My subscribers gave me a tip when it comes to my beets. You'll see that video probably Tuesday. I harvested a lot of my beets and left some so they have some time to catch up. I have the beet tops in the oven. These are all washed. And I have beet tops in the dehydrator because that was suggested. And still doing sourdough because me and Pam are going to make a sourdough pizza. But let me show you this. I'm going to put my recipe out this week of my 3-bean fire roasted tomato. Let me try this again. 3-bean fire roasted chili. As soon as I cooked it, I ate dinner, and then that night I was up pressure canning multiple jars of chili for the first time. Let's see. Oh, Doreen's leaving. Let me see. Let me go up. What did I miss? Yes, I stay in the kitchen and keep busy. Yep. I'm always busy. Hobby garden for health. I need a vacation. Can't stay in tease, Paul, but good to see everyone once again. Stay alert, folks. Yeah, Fuzz. Very scary times for sure. Very scary. You have to watch it like a hawk, but I'm addicted. I just started pressure canning too. I like it. I do too. I really do like it, but last night I was so tired. Boone says my wooden beds won't last 3 to 4 years, but they were free. Well, that's all right. Okay, so I wanted to say goodnight to Doreen if she's leaving. Not Doreen, Mel. Fuzz is leaving. Oh, okay. Sorry. Anyway, so back to the chili. I left just a little bit in the fridge to be able to eat the next day. I made sure, that I wasn't going to let that go to waste. I wanted some type of fast food. You will see that recipe this week. It is different. I have a couple different recipes, but this is one of my, there's Doreen's. Sorry, Doreen. This is one of my fan favorites. But I usually will go in with a good squeeze of ketchup. And I didn't because I didn't want to go down to the backup pantry. And I used tomato paste. Delicious. You will not regret it. But I have some funky beets to show you. Hold on. Let's see. Sorry, Doreen. Okay, so I told you, and I still have to wash them. But here is... they're mixed. You can see Chautauqua beets are in there with that candy cane type of look. These were the smaller Chautauqua beets. I mean, melt in your mouth, but kind of weird to see like almost a white beet, right? So I got a couple jars of those. And then this is more Chautauqua I did in smaller. But what scares me is like I'm at half, right? I mean, it's siphoning. That's like my biggest complaint. I'm trying to learn how to not siphon my beets. Tall Top Early Wonders and Chateauga beets. And let me not knock the thing over this time. Let me go gingerly. Let's see. I do have to show because she put a lot of effort into helping me. Not this weekend, last weekend. I worked on hot peppers. Debbie came over and she was doing my beans for me. But yeah, so just a little concern. Now this one looks totally normal. Just a little bit right there. But I think I heard if it's at half, you're okay. So let me show you these because it's going to lead to my other conversation. I've been such a busy bee, my friends, putting up food, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But I can honestly say I like pressure canning better than water bath canning. I used to break jars that way. Hello, Miss Andale. Long time no see. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Sunday. Let's see. Okay. So, my neighbor, do you see how precise she was being with the beans in the jar? And I'm like, Deb, you can just shove them in there. Nope. She did one. She did two. This was like odd and end beans, I think. Maybe not. And then these might have been. She did that. I mean, why pressure can them? But she did all the beans for me. We had some, these are the dragon tongue beans. It's what they look like once they got pressure canned. And two more. So, got 6 out of that. I got quite a few jars of the beets. I didn't bring them all over here, but I just thought this was funny. M.I. Gardner Chautauqua beets. When you pick them young, pressure can them, they turn white. But I made Debbie come over and taste one because she said she doesn't like beets because her mom used to pickle them. She really liked this, so it's good. And but you see, look at that. Is that still okay? Somebody let me know, because if not, I'll be opening up and just eating it. And so yeah, I got quite a few jars of beets. Chautauqua beets, some immature ones, and then I think it's Early Top Wonder beets. Lots of jars of those, and 4 quarts of my 3-bean fire roasted tomato chili by cans. And let's see. Melon Maple Ranch. Yep, absolutely. Definitely got a lot. Thank you. I know I saw. I just have to go back and comment. Wow, you've been busy. Hobby Garden for Health. It's an understatement on how busy I've been. Like pressure canning. Yeah, Miss Andale, but I'm still having a little bit of a siphoning issue. It seems to really happen more so because if you see, it's not bad with the beans. It's, you know, it's just a little right there. But yeah, it's like half. I don't know. Y'all need to tell me because I try and I debubbled. But these will probably be eaten first because I was eating beets all day yesterday. And these are Chautauquas that were thick sliced, and that head space is perfectly fine. So that's that. Lots of pressure canning, but last night I was getting tired. And I had to get the beets in. Full quart and then 8 of the pints. That's what I got. So that was a lot of work for just that, you would think, right? Craziness. Let's see. White beets, cool. It looks fine as long as it's sealed well. Yeah, it is. I pulled these off the counter because, you know, you have to sit for 24 hours. And I like to wash them. But no, it's sealed. It's sealed. I just have to clean them. I hate that sticky feeling. I always clean my jars. I'm not an expert, but I think they're okay. They will just look ugly. Again, not an expert here. Thank you, Doreen. Are you debubbling? I did, ma'am. I really did debubble. I promise. Yes, Paul. Anne is a sweetheart. Anne thinks it looks great. And then on top of all that, well, here are my... Okay, let me explain. I planted some Tokyo buncheon onions, and some I left in the ground longer so that I would get, because you know my onions got destroyed, so that I would get the big onion ball on the bottom. So that was successful. Got a whole bowl of these. And then my other ones, I have so many props, and then I have to keep moving. I'm so sorry, my friends. I want to show you this because it looks like I got it right out of the store. I even put a rubber band on it because I'm like that prepared. Not that prepared. Let me stay. So these I picked. And I just washed them, trimmed the tops, and I just took these out of my refrigerator. I even put a little rubber band on. I'm like, boy, it looks like you bought that at the farmer's market, but homegrown. And I put some in my eggs last night. Delicious. So what I think I'm going to do with all these other onions is I'm going to cut down further. I'll use this as an example. I will, because I cleaned them, tried to clean them outside. I'm going to probably cut down to here and compost, and then, or maybe to there. I'm going to dehydrate some of the greens, but I'm mainly after the onion part. So I still have that to do. Wow, Miss Andale says, holy moly, awesome. Thank you, thank you. Nice onions, thank you. Yeah, my original ones got destroyed. And I just thought, I like to do experiments. So normally your bunch of onions, you'd get them like this. And I just decided to leave them in the ground. I don't want to get dirt all over, but pretty big onion ball, if you can see that. So if you ever want to try it out and just leave your onions stay in, you will get bigger ones. Yeah, I'm going to end up getting dirt everywhere. But these came out divine though, didn't they? They came out really good. So I have those to deal with. And a gazillion herbs to deal with. But let me show you this. Are you ready? A little bit, but they should be fine. Melvin says, if I don't post her link, she's going to spank me. Well, you would love that. You think I'd post if she actually said that? Paul, you're a hot mess. Hot mess, but we all love you. Hello, Belt Loop 29. How are you, my friend? I was in Belt Loop's live the other night. He was giving some pointers. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. Says, sup, Big Leg. Great to see you, darling. It's also great to see you, Gary. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, I'm caught up with the comments, shockingly. I'm great. Thank you for having me. No, thank you for having me. The other, when was that you were on? I was awake, so I went on. Okay, I gotta lean. Okay, I want to show y'all something. There's only so many things you could do with all the hot peppers that I've grown. And now I feel claustrophobic with all this stuff here. So this is what I did last week. I don't think that I showed it. I looked up a recipe for sweet hot pepper relish. Do you see this? And look at this consistency. I'll try to... Wait. See how it's not like a preserve? It still moves. Well, my neighbors are in love. I gave her a jam jelly jar. She ate it all. and absolutely loved it. I tasted it. It's good. I was like, well, what would that go on? And it said hot dogs and hamburgers. So I was like, okay, cool beans. So I did a couple, right? Well, one, two, three, four, maybe four, and then two jam jelly jars. I gave her one of the jam jelly jars. Okay, well, I still had red pepper. It looks awesome, Melody. Thank you. Oh, I bet that's awesome. It's so good, Gary. I kid you not. It's delicious. And I don't like stuff that's super duper hot. So it's really, really good. It says for burgers, hot dogs. And then I said to Debbie, I have all these hot peppers I still have to do things with. Well, I made another batch, and this person's recipe I have to keep adjusting because then it's too hot. So this one, shockingly, had no water, apple cider vinegar, sugar, salt, the peppers, and right? This time I was thinking, it's usually like 2-to-1 ratio, 1-to-1 ratio, and I'm like, it's a lot of peppers I just put in that pot hot. I was trying to breathe. So I did 1 cup of water. I did 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, put all my peppers in. It's hot peppers, and then you do like 2 or 3 onions chopped up, and then sugar. I had to up the ante on the sugar because I made Debbie come over right before I was ready to can it. When I tasted it, it was perfect. As it sat for a few more minutes, it got really hot. Look at the color difference. Can we talk? Look at this color difference. And I added sweet, like green peppers and all in it, but this is my second batch of the sweet pepper relish, and she tried it. It was like, woo, it's hot. So I had to add more sugar, but it's not supposed to be super thick because you want to be able to drizzle it over a hamburger or hot dog. So very happy with this. I got quite a few. It just looks redder compared to the one I just did last week. And I had a lot more like red serranos and things like that, which I think is what did that. And I may have added a little bit more green peppers, sweet peppers into this one than this one. Still delicious, but isn't that something how the color's different? She also said, Mel, blitz it a little bit finer the next time you make it because you can see there's like little bigger chunks and stuff. So I have this left. Let me see if I can grab the handle. Oop, don't want to open it. All the last of those particular peppers are blitzed and they're in here. And what I decided I'm going to do, I did put onion, sweet, nope, not on this batch. This batch is just all hot. Let's see. Oh yeah. Look down in there. It's all hot peppers. What I decided I'm going to do is put a little oil in the pan. It's almost like a chili, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. I've seen like a Chinese chef and he did chilies. You can use serranos and you pulse them and then you let oil get hot and then you put this in the oil and you cook it till the oil gets darker, and you're basically going to preserve that. Well, this and the oil, and you can use it on any type of meat or Oriental Chinese type of cooking. So that's what I was thinking about doing with the last of this. And then I just kept some hot peppers off to the side because I still have to make my tonic. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see, that was a lot to get out. Oh, Gary, you're like the best. Let's see. Looks awesome, Melody. Thank you, Boone. Oh, I bet it really is tasty. So tasty, my friends. So when I go to upload the video, I will leave the ingredients down below because I obviously went off of someone else's recipe, but I had to make some major changes to it. But it should be good on a hot dog or a hamburger because my neighbor Debbie ate it right out of the jar. Well, she had it for like a week, and then I asked her to please go taste it after it sat, and she says, I don't think my husband's going to get any of this. It tastes so good. And I'm like, really, Deb? She's like, it is delicious, Melody. So I just thought it was funny that one's a lot redder and the other one's green. Gary says, y'all, please remember to hit that thumbs up button if you haven't. Thank you if you have. Oh, he's so sweet. So sweet. I know it's so sweet. She sent me a $5 super chat. That was awesome. Hi, Mr. Joe, Garden State Gardener. How are you, my friend? Happy Sunday. Everyone's saying hi to Joe. I should send you a picture of the blue-green tomato plants, which grew from seed you sent. They're small, but they're healthy. A Garden State Gardener. That's interesting. And I'm still on top. Well, maybe not. I know I just got here, but I have to run to the store while I can before they close, expecting low temps. I know everybody's expecting it. Oh, yours is tomorrow Eve. And got to get some garbage bags to try and cover my pepper plants before they freeze. Oh my goodness, Gary. Yeah, absolutely, my friends. Gary, I am going to be using my laptop for this week. I may need some help with StreamYard because I'd like to advertise that I'm going live so I don't have to keep asking people to share out my live. And yeah, if you have some spare time, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, you do you. Do what you got to do. Preserve that food that I am out of tobacco. Gotcha. Thank you, Gary. I'll be right back. Okay. So, Mr. Joe, you missed it. My experiment on my Tokyo onions. Oops. Turn it into pretty decent heads at the bottom so I could get onions. And then my other ones I picked normal. But it kind of looks, look, I even put a rubber band on them. I cleaned them, cut the tops off somewhat, and just put a rubber band on and put them in the refrigerator and ate them in my eggs last night. So yeah, so I hope that I like it. It's one thing for someone else to like it, but I have to like it. So I just thought that was funny. I wanted to show you that, how one came out real green and the other one came out more red. And it's supposed to be more like a drizzle. So it says meat, hamburgers, hot dogs. So that video will be out. And yeah. So lots to show. I will leave you on. Holler if I can help. Send me an email and I will help. Okay. Was the live shared out, I hope? Gary, if you can share it out, I would greatly appreciate it. So I've been a busy bee. So Monday will be the chickens. No, they have not laid an egg. And I just purchased, they got more pellets. And I told Jimmy to get me cracked corn. He ended up getting 2 bags and forgetting the other bag of scratch. So he has to take that back tomorrow. And then I said, well, why don't I just keep the extra bag of corn to keep them warm? Got a slight little problem here. I can't find hay or straw here for my chickens in their coop. And I don't know if like 2 bags of the bedding would be okay for them in the winter out there in the coop. My chicken friends, if you know, let me know. Normally I can find a hay bale and put a pumpkin on it and whatnot. And a mum. No. So far, no go. And I'm just not sure if the big bag from Tractor Supply of the bedding, when you went over there, they didn't have no straw or hay. So would it be okay for the chickens for the winter? Let me know. Sorry, I was shopping for raised beds. If I always end up shopping when Malzahn looks like we're going with 32 inches tall metal beds next year. Mine are 8x4s. I want to say that Jay either got them off of Amazon. I don't think it was Walmart. It might have been Amazon. And we were putting them together in January. Hi, Cindy. How are you, darling? Hi, all. Sorry I'm late. Was cooking dinner. Oh, that's okay. How are you feeling? Wait, what? Melody is going live on StreamYard? Darn it, Melody. I'll have to behave. Maybe I might just go live on YouTube for the first time because I need to try out this web camera. So y'all can say it's poopy-ish or it's any good. So, and then the second time I might do on StreamYard. We'll see, because I would like to start bringing people up. Mel, you were doing great. I enjoyed your pepper video. You had an amazing amount of peppers. Listen, anybody that sat through and watched a 32-minute video, but I did explain, like, you know, I had my son, he had went home. My neighbor was coming over to help. I hope she gets here before 4 o'clock because it's gonna pour, and it poured. So it just is what it is. She's got stuff going on, and when she's available, I'm grateful. But it took me like 3 days. When I did the sweet pepper harvest, it was me and Jarrett, and I was like, you know, trying to rush through that even with the wind that was going on. Obviously, I missed some because I still picked out sweet peppers, but the hot peppers, they were like more tedious. I do say something in that video of if you want a very prolific plant, that is the cayenne pepper. But you know what cracks me up? I keep wanting to say, like, now what was I saying? Like cayenne, no. Cayenne West? Like Yee he goes by now? Oh, I'm just a hot mess. But yeah, it's a very prolific plant, and I got a buku amount of them. So picking off all those, and the only thing that's in that bed is one little smaller cayenne plant. I was like, where did that even come from, you know? But that's the bed that had the hot and the sweets that I found the 5 big grubs. And of course I had to disrupt my soil to get them out, but that has me worried because if I don't get them out, then they would eat the roots of my plants next year. But I really do appreciate anyone that watched the video. It's only me over here, you know. I have to pull teeth to get my roommate to help, but he doesn't do any of that type of stuff. I want him to take down the sunflowers, and he's not even doing that. So between the weather, just like interruptions, or I'm like, okay, I'm back. I had to go cut the lawn and weed whack. Like I do everything. So, yep. And then I had to patch it all together. But I got a lot of hot peppers, my friends, a lot. And I've been trying to come up with these ideas on how I'm going to use them. And I just thought, hot dogs, hamburgers, because I don't like sweet relish. And this is pretty good. I'm glad I went this way. Some of my other peppers I'm going to use for my tonic that I have yet to make yet. And then I have some in the fridge. And let me think, I froze so many, but not hots. I didn't freeze any hots. I have some dehydrated jalapenos, but I don't need any more jalapeno powder. I have the Mexican peppers to still do. I have serranos still left over to do. So I'm still dealing with that and still trying to get all this other stuff done. And it's been a lot. Like, you know, I don't get to sit on my butt and watch TV all day. I'm busy. But thank you, Doreen. I really do appreciate anyone that sat through that, you know. Cindy says, Big Like, contact anyone in your area running a maze or hay rides if you are just using it for bedding. Yeah, I didn't think of that. That's ingenious. I also have a lazy roommate. So, you know, if it wasn't for me, those chickens would have been dead. That is a really good idea. I will look into that. And then I thought maybe going down the street, asking my neighbors if maybe when they're done, I was the only goof that would get a hay bale and put it out for Halloween, and it would run into my Thanksgiving decorations. I'm not decorating for Halloween this year. I have too much going on. But I'm wondering if like they're done with theirs, if I could have it. That's a great idea though. Great idea. Let's see, that's all we use, the pine shavings from truck. Oh, you do? So the white ones, right? Like they look kind of white. Really compacted in the bag, like the same one that I used for like the brooder. I can actually use that. Should I get 1 bag or 2 bags? Because he's going there tomorrow. How he ended up getting 2 bags of cracked corn is beyond me. He's just not all there. He was supposed to get to scratch the pellets, and I was, splitting it, and he was in there buying jeans. I don't know. But yeah, if that would work, let me know. Hello, Creative Redundancy. How are you? I was over there the other morning while I was drinking my coffee, just chit-chatting. But thank you for coming in. I hope you're well. What's your temperature there tonight? And did you get your first frost? I don't know, Mr. Garden State Gardener. What are you hearing about our first frost? Because I heard the 17th is supposed to be our first frost, but it's saying 37 for like Tuesday night or Wednesday night. So I have so much more to pick. But happy Sunday and welcome in, Creative Redundancy. Still all that racket, huh, Paul? Yeah, but you weren't drastically late, Paul. Everybody's saying hi to CR. Ended up overwintering 14 peppers this year, including Garden State Gardeners, Peter Pepper. Couldn't let them freeze, get them. Did you see the size of my plants? I mean, my height, there was no way I was overwintering that. The only plant that I'm left that I could possibly overwinter is like a smaller cayenne pepper plant. I just kept saying it like the rapper. It was so funny. Can you dehydrate and then powder them? Well, some of the Mexican ones that are down there, I think I'm going to freeze. I made sure I wanted to keep some for fresh in my fridge. And I have a whole jar of jalapeno powder, so I didn't grow a lot of that this year. But I don't know. My bowl over here, these are all just air dried. I mean, I've made, I'm going to say it again. I made the powder, kind of, geez, brain fart. Oh, I got peppers flying all over. I didn't do anything to these at all, but just air dry them. So I have plenty of these dried. I did a jar of the powder, so I do have that. And I have buku amount to go. Buku amounts to go still. And I have my whole box of raspberry leaves that I need to break. They're dry. I air dried them to get the leaves off. Well, I want to get the stem off for raspberry tea over the winter time. Trying to seed save, that's also been quite difficult. Oh. Did I say this last week? I had somebody come at me for the open kettling method that I did like a year or so ago from Simple Living Alaska. And she was like, I'm the pro of canning or something like that. Pressure canning. That's not proper way, blah, 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 blah. And like I said, I didn't want to be rude. And I just said, some worked, some didn't. I got the recipe from Simple Living Alaska, but this year they popped them in for 5 minutes. Like, that was probably my first negative comment that I've had since I started YouTube. So I was polite back, like, oh, you're a professional canner? Like, what do they give out certificates for that? I don't know. And I just said, yeah, it was just an experiment I tried. Some worked, some didn't seal. And I never did it again since I now am a pressure canner. And that's all that I said. Let's see. I'm going to move this a tiny bit closer. I got to run, guys. Got to edit some videos. Take care, everyone. Bye, my green lawn. Thank you for coming. I hope that you have a blessed week. Hopefully we'll see you next Sunday. Oh, CR is saying I was doing more fall cleanup today. Were you? I was doing that yesterday. I'm going to be doing that every day. You know what it is? I don't want to be out there. I still don't even have a winter coat. I still have to purchase a winter coat. I don't want to be out there freezing my butt off, still ripping things out. And I am leaving my beds exposed. I picked up some hummus. It's like mushroom manure. That's what I started this garden off with. And I'm going to put a handful or two in the bed, mix it in. And, well, I'm letting the chickens, go in there as soon as I have everything out. I'm going to let them wreck it and eat up all the bugs because I was shocked that I saw a couple of those harlequin bugs still. So yeah, so I'm going to let the chickens go over there do their thing, but I am just going to give it a little bit of fertilizer and I'm just going to let this, whatever this winter brings us, buku amount of snow, whatever, if there's any bugs in the soil, I heard it will kill them, but let me know if that's true or not true. Because I really don't want to disturb my soil, but if I have to bust my soil up in my bed to make sure it has no bugs in it, I will, because I was only using my hori and going down as if I was just digging a plant and found 5 of them, and they were huge. Huge, I tell you. It grossed me out. I fed them to the chickens. Hi, Grammy Karen. How are you? Always puts a smile on my face when I see you. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. How far behind is she in the chat again? What do you mean again? I was totally caught up. You're only 5 minutes behind, says Miss Cindy. They do sell portable greenhouses to keep the cold off your garden. Yeah, I'm not really trying to do that this year. When I was talking to Jay, I was going to have him do like the hoops for me. And just other things came into play, and I'm not really interested. Nights are getting colder for sure. Thank you for that, Doreen. Don't forget to hit the like button. Chicken coop depends if you're doing deep bedding or not. It says deep bedding is where you leave the shavings in all winter, just mix them up and add more throughout the winter. Okay. And it decomposes and generates a little heat. Okay, I may have to go that way if I cannot find any hay or straw. The latter half of October, I think, will be much cooler now. Yeah, I think we're going to get an early winter, to be honest with you. Oh, no, really, Joe? You had frost today? Oh, frost Tuesday. Yeah, that's what, wait, what's the temp saying for you, Joe? Because you're only over in Jersey. I don't trust mine. I think mine was saying like 37 or 34, but it changes constantly. Let's see. I like that on her chair. I like that on her chair. What? What's on my chair? My sunflower tail. So yeah, repping my Phillies tonight and my shirt. It was exciting. I was posting about it on Instagram. I love me some baseball. So wish us luck here that they go to the World Series. Let's see. The dried peppers look fantastic. I love the sound of dried peppers. I know, I do too. It's just this weird, like, what do people say when they do these things? I'm not on TikTok, but I deleted all that off. Like satisfying sounds. Yeah. If anyone is close to a frost, make sure you wet your plants very wet. The leaves won't freeze, but if it's a freeze, put a tarp over it. That might save you a degree or two. Yeah, Joe, I have a row cover, but I was wondering about my green stalk planters. It has tendered mustard greens in it. It has different lettuces, ones from Baker Creek. I may have to throw a sheet over those, do you think? I've had to wear socks in the morning and I'm in North California. Fall is officially here. I believe it, Doreen. I do believe it. It's been chilly, and I've only used the wood-burning fireplace once. I did it in a short so you could see. I thought it warmed it up. It was a little chilly last night, not too bad, but I was canning my beads and I looked at the thermostat and it said 74 degrees. Running my pressure canner just once warms up like the kitchen, dining room area. So that's good to know. But yeah, I was getting tired, didn't feel like really staying up to do it, but I finished it and I stayed up to make sure to get them out. What was I going to tell you? Let's see, the pressure canning of the beets. I don't know. It'll come to me. Oh, tea. The last night and the night before, I was in such a mood for just a warm, hot cup of tea with my Cold Stone Creamery in it. So I've officially had my Gold Tetley tea, 2 cups already, last night and the night before. So yeah, I was just like, I could go for a good cup of tea, and it was so good. So yeah, definitely going to be getting some different assortment teas. Plus, I made like a tea blend. Um, and looking forward to having some tea at night for sure. Let me see. Next week it's going to be in the low 70s. Yep, that I did see. Chicken coop, continue. But as long as they're out of the wind, fully feathered, chickens should be fine until you get down to near 0. 0 and below, I'd hang a reptile heater, no light. There it is, because my Jimmy's friend is just like, oh, I'll fasten one of the red lights on the top. And I'm like, no, I don't want to come out and have chicken fingers. Do you know what I mean? Like the whole coop and everything burned down. No. So that is a good idea to do a reptile heater, no light. Okay, so I'll just do the deep bedding method then, because I did hear that that would put heat in. But stop the train. Got to tell you something. The chickens were out free ranging. I'm over in the garden. Everything's fine. Jimmy comes out. Don't ask. I don't know. I wasn't babysitting him. And he goes, Mel. And I said, yeah. And he says, there's 2 chickens on the fence. And I was like, oh, I don't know what this guy does. And I was like, leave them alone. Because the last time one went on the fence, she came down. 2 were up there. I was like, leave them alone. And I was like, come on, girls. Come on, sweetheart. The one came down. The other one went right over. So that became a little bit of a project that I had to cut the chicken wire, the plastic one at the bottom, so that she would have an opening. He was standing there. I told him to back off. I was down at the end and I was tapping like on the fence so she wouldn't go past the brick podium. Actually, I'm a liar. The first chicken, I thought she was going to come over, and I guess I was just in a no mood to be monkeying around with some chickens. So the neighbor on the river, I forget his name, gave me like a, I think he's an antiquer. It had a tag and everything on it. It's a wooden handle, you know, to catch fish, like a fish net, but old timer style. I went right over there, grabbed it. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. She was going back and forth, first chicken. I was like, first catch. I was like, whoosh, swooped her right up. She was like freaking out. Got her into the run. Was trying to untangle her wing. So I really think a regular fishing one would be better. Was trying to untangle her wing. She looked like she was kind of tangled. I said, Jim, untangle the chicken while I go get the other chicken. He said she wasn't really tangled. She just kind of scooted her head out. She's fine. I said, okay, good. And then played this back and forth 45-minute game with this chicken. And I'm like, I'm not dealing with this. So that being said, I cut the fence and had to zip tie that back up. Came in, got my brand new KitchenAid scissors and said, get on the run. We're going to do what Red Silo said. I said, every one of these chickens are getting their wings cut completely. So I was like, I'll shoosh them out, picking it up, handing it to Jimmy. I was like, cut, cut, cut down each side. And then into the coop it went. Did the next chicken, smooth sailing. So Darren, Justine, thank you so much for that advice, because originally I only did 8 to 10 feathers in. They're both clipped on each side because I'm not going to keep dealing with that. So I wanted to tell you that story. It's part way funny and part way aggravated me. And I don't have any eggs yet. That's aggravating me too, because Jimmy's friend's like, what's the matter with your chickens? They're not even laying eggs yet. I'm like, you know, so they have the oyster, you know, looks like a rock, the oyster rock. They have the other rocks. I got them crack corn. Oh my goodness, they seemed so happy. They really liked that. And I got the 2 bags. Well, the 1 bag was a mistake, but I got that for their body heat. And yeah, he just has to go over there and get the scratch. I don't know. I think it's 15% layer pellets. I don't know what the holdup is. I thought that they would have laid by now. They'll be what, 21 weeks? 21 weeks, and I don't have an egg yet. Let's see. Yeah, the temperatures are getting really low. Let's see. Hello, Mel. Hello, Mona. Everyone. A little bit of technical difficulties, but you know how it goes. Mona did her very first live the other night. I was so happy that I got to be there for a little bit. I was like the first one in, and she was so nervous. I remember that feeling, and I'm like, don't be nervous. You're doing a fantastic job. And then Homer came on, so I knew she was good, and I had to watch the pressure canner. So fantastic job. Fantastic job. Sifting some soil and more, which was Mona, went live, and she did fantastic. So great big congratulations. Always such a warm welcome from everyone. Grammy Karen, we're just a bowl full of peaches over here. Grammy Karen, did I show you my, what is it? Sweet hot pepper relish that I made. Goes on hot dogs and hamburgers. Second batch is a lot redder because of the tomatoes. I mean, due to the peppers. But I love when you come over. We love having you. Grammy Karen is the best. 33 to 36 for a low. Oh boy, Joe. Want to have to do some serious hustling tomorrow, and I kind of wanted a day off, and it's not going to happen. Down to mid-20s here starting tomorrow night for 3 nights in a row, so not ready. Oh my goodness, I'm not ready either. 37 is what I saw last time I checked, and I said if it could be 37, it could be 32. They could change that in a day or two. My green stalk planters, I might throw a sheet over them. And then the beets should be fine for a little bit of frost, right? Swiss chard, I looked that up. That can handle a little bit of a frost. Carrots will be fine. I have peas out there. They might not. That's going to be it for the zucchini. And I got to get those eggplants harvested. And I got to get the rest of the tomatoes harvested. So I'm going to have to be doing that tomorrow when I have all this to be doing. Melody, your grandson wants his t-shirt back. Laugh out loud. Ha, ha, ha. You're so funny. It's supposed to be 25 here tomorrow night. Yep, they were saying it. If you got that little, if you were in here when I talked about it. Oh, Jason Evers said it. What's the name of that fruit again? Where you see the spoon in it? Everybody got the spoon, which means early winter. We're headed for a cold, dark winter. And, you know, there's some things that are worrying me as far as the world's concerned. But I try to just do the best that I can do and just keep going because I'm just me. And there's, I mean, it's all I can do is my best. And I'm trying to not think of anything negative and just keep my head in the game. You know what I mean? And what did you think of my multiple sources to cook? I know my subscribers that have been here a long time asked for that for like a year ago, but I finally did it. So I have the wood, the fire pit that has the rack. I have the grill, which I have to get 1 tank still filled. And Jimmy doesn't know what he did with the gold piece, so he needs to look for that. I have a brand new Coleman. He has an old Coleman, but I have the tanks, and that's what the gold piece is for, is so that you can fill from your grill and fill up the tanks. So he needs to find that gold piece. And then my stove, and then the wood burning stove. So I think I'm prepared that way. I will have multiple ways to be able to cook. And I'll be wearing that thick, heavy Pittsburgh Steelers wool hat and a scarf around me if I have to cook outside. And I opened, my son Jared got me that pour over and I used it quite a few mornings. Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm not a woman that's afraid to ground boil some water, but in case you have not ever heard of cowboy coffee, stay tuned because I'm going to do cowboy coffee to actually see if it works, because that would be a good means for some of us that are used to like a Keurig or a coffee pot. So I did get away. You would think I would have jumped on the bandwagon, but when I started to prepare and bake with Mel when I moved here, I just got so busy I just couldn't even. But I do have a few little tips and tricks. And one of them is going to be this cowboy coffee that's coming up this week. I have my chili recipe that will be out. I never did post my zucchini bread yet. What else? Just some gardening things, a few more harvests. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff in my phone that I have to upload. And the beet video, that's definitely going to be out. And I may have done the sweet pepper. I'm not really sure. So it's supposed to be 25 here tomorrow night. Oof. Throw a sheet just in case. You should be fine, but those containers don't stay warm as the ground. Okay, Joe, I will definitely go look for some spare sheets to throw them over. I love an herbal tea at night before bed. Cindy Brown, I was having like sleep deprivation, was never really like I like tea. I never really liked herbal tea till I got into chamomile, the organic one. And then I harvested a lot of my own this year. And then it's like a wildflower honey. Reasonable. Was reasonable. And I'm not a huge honey fan unless it's like the good stuff. And I started making that at night, a mug of it. I would only get a quarter, if a quarter, and I was asleep. But I love teas. Vuden sent me a box of teas. Was that for Christmas? Jared's girlfriend took the one out that I wanted, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hot chocolates, Mexican hot chocolates, the herbal teas, just different teas. And I'm already 2 teas in. So yeah, at least maybe I'll get a break from all the outside stuff that has to be done. 5-gallon buckets before to cover. What a tarp. Yeah, that's the green stalk vertical planters. I have 2 of them. They're what I'm concerned about covering. Let's see. I have not put the heat on. I just used the fireplace once. But did the roommate have the broom? No. But it's like, they're like angels for me. They really are. And they were so cute and so well behaved, the 2 that were hanging out with me in the garden yesterday, trying to harvest this, do that. They were good, but they're just young and inexperienced, and I want them to go up on the beds and scratch, peck, and poop and do all that stuff. But what do you think is going on for why I don't have any eggs yet? Am I missing something? Hooga, hello, beautiful. She says, hi, Hooga. Love you and miss you, girl. Happy Sunday. And welcome in, welcome in. Me either. Cindy, I have not turned the heat on at all. Gary's back. He has returned, he said. Let's see. Expensive trip. It's all an expensive trip these days. But how are you, Hooga? You doing well, my friend? Saying hello to everyone. There's her link. Go check her out. Should be getting some in the next few weeks now. What? Getting what in the next few weeks? Corn will warm them up. I just got that. I got cracked corn. And I gave them a little treat, and oh my gosh, they loved it. They loved it. I just want to know if they're lacking something in their diet, because the Wyandottes, it says that they'll lay all winter. So when I did the last Monday video, I specifically went to Jimmy. I'm like, are they 19 or 20 weeks? That's why I have 20 weeks in the title, because he said 19. And then after I did the video, he was like, no, they're 20. So they'll be 21 Monday. Well, Wednesday, but I'll do my video tomorrow. Just wondering if they're lacking something. But I'm happy to have that corn for sure. No, I don't have any roosters. Can't have roosters here. You can have chickens. And I wouldn't want a rooster anyway, because the first time that rooster would attack me, it'd be in a pot. Gary says I have a really mean rooster I would give away if Tammy would let me. I know they're just so mean. The majority of them are. It's much easier just to have chickens when you have neighbors. Yeah. I just didn't want a rooster. I've seen so many like things. I just don't want to deal with that. I only wanted some hens anyway. Make great soup. I'm down with Cindy Brown on that one. Maybe I shouldn't say he's mean if I am trying to get rid of him. I may want to rethink my strategy. Melody, dear, it is pumpkin time. I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Stay warm, Melody. Yeah, speaking of pumpkins, I'm planning on doing like these in the pressure canner, and I was going to buy a big old pumpkin. But yeah, you, my dear, so Boone says, Melody, dear, it is pumpkin time. You have fun with the pumpkins. I love you. Congratulations on all your sweet potatoes. I'm so excited for you and so super proud of you. You kicked butt this season, girl. You kicked it. But I love you. Yeah, or Sunday roast dinner for sure. Thank you for being there. I really appreciate it. Oh, always. If I get the alert, I'll be there every single time, Mona. No problem. Glad I ate before joining. Have a great night, Boone. Oh my, that looks wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. We are at 60, 70s all next week. Oh, Mel, I have some time after work if you're still up to help with StreamYard tonight. You get home about 12 Central if you'd like some help tonight, but anytime I can is fine with me. Did you ever send me your email address, or my moderator will post my email address? If it's easier to do it via phone, I'm not bashful about giving out my number. I trust you, Gary. I can hit you up that way. I know I'm so funny, Mel, but that was 10 minutes ago. All right, well, kiss my grits, okay? Oh, Red Silo. No, you didn't. Persimmons, yes. Would anybody else be interested in a little info type thing tonight on StreamYard and how to work it? I don't know about tonight, but I really do need some assistance. Everyone type less for a minute or two. Yo, y'all, you're all picking on me. Oh, Mel, you did a great video on different cooking sources. Thank you, Doreen. I appreciate it. I'm a French press snob. Sorry, Cindy says. I have my French press, and I'm right there with you, girl. Anything like Irish coffee, Well, don't hold back. Oh, an apple cider. Yes, Cindy. Okay, so let's see. You're something else, CR, in here picking on me. The only one that's ever allowed to pick on me is Paul Honeyman. No way. 40 hours before you would fall asleep on 1 cup? Let's see. What do you all want to stick the rooster straight in the pot, do a chicken roast time, and then use the bones for chicken broth? Amen to that one, Paul. Yep. Tender and soup. Thank you, Cindy, for posting that. Yes, exactly 10 minutes, laugh out loud. You know what? Like I said, kiss my grits. Yep. Our older roosters, we just pressure can, makes them super tender. I heard that does. By the way, I'm slipping out once she reads this. I remembered to say it in advance here. Oh my goodness. I posted at 3:18 and Mel read it at 3:28. Laugh out loud. Thank you, Miss Andell, for posting that. And he's acting like I was like a gazillion behind. Mel skipped. No, I didn't. Kiss my butt, Paul. I did not skip. Laugh out loud. Mel skipped. No, I just read quick. See, I didn't miss anything. That was faster than I thought. Yeah, because just in case you didn't know, I like to communicate with everyone that comes into my live. I don't want to just be blowing people off. Thank you for that, Gary. I just got it on my watch. There's lots to talk about. What was I going to say? I don't like to be rude to anyone. And I'm also a speed reader. Bet you didn't know that. So if I really wanted to read awfully quick, believe me, I can read quick. I got it. I got it, Gary. Thank you so much. You know, for a fact, I would have to bite that first Mel. You would love that, and you would keep coming back, my friend. So, booyah. How do you like me now? The speed reader that you like to pick on. But thank you for doing that, Miss Andale. So, yeah, lots going on here, folks. Lots of work. No help. Only 2 hands. And, but yeah, I really am liking this pressure canning thing. And I did go over, I just forgot to leave a comment, of course, on your chili video. Let me see, because, you know, the fellas were messing with me, and now I'm having a brain fart. Yeah, so Red Silo Homestead, what's up with my chickens? They're not laying an egg yet. Doreen's. Okay, Doreen, I did look at your chili that you suggested last time. I just forgot to leave a comment, but I will go under there and comment. Okay, Big Leg. Take care of Melody and side chat. All the best from CR. Love you. Thank you so much for being a little patient. You're allowed to bust my chops a little bit, just not too much, because that's Paul's job. But thank you for coming in. I really do appreciate it, CR. Very cool. I didn't know you were a speed reader. Yes, I got lots of words for that. I think I was pushed to the test one time. I don't think my ex-husband believed me. And this book was like I don't know. I'll just throw out like 30,000 page book. And it also was a really good book. And I was engulfed, and I was done that book within like 2-3 weeks. He was like, there's no way you read that book. I'm like, want to make a bet? Let me go get my certificates and show you. So let me see. You were right. You were on my block list with Paul Honeyman and a few others. I have fixed it and look forward to seeing you in the comments again. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, that was interesting. I'm a speed reader too. Are you really, Cindy? You ever get like one of those books you just can't put it down? If anybody has a recommendation for a good book, because I'm planning on, I don't know, hopefully doing nothing this winter. And I need to organize my seeds. I have to get my other seeds out. Still have to pick a winner for the Come Salsa with me. I still have to make my salsa. It's like I don't even have time to, you know, do me 99% of the time. My 3rd grade teacher realized I was dyslexic and taught me to speed read. Really? Melody, what types of books do you like? I like them all. I just don't like the murder ones. I'm just not into that. That would give me like serious anxiety. I like the life lesson books. That's probably the wrong word. I've read quite a few Daniel Steele back in the day. You know how that goes. I just, I watched some books from certain I read some books from certain movies. So I can't say I'm real picky other than like Stephen King. I tried. I'm not into like scary. You know what I mean? Or something that like messes with my mind and agitates my anxiety. But I'm trying to think. I read Candace Buray. Is that how you say her name? I read her last book she had out. I think I read that within like, I don't even know, a week and a half at the pool. How to Stay Classy, I think that was the name of the book. I'm used to writing redneck, so I type really slow. Melody, okay, I read that one. Oh, Lamore. Tells the story of the old westerns, and the landmarks in the books are actually real landmarks. Now that's interesting. That's interesting. I'm also into books of like, I did get that herbal book, but I'm into like, this is going to sound silly, I'm sure, but this would be in a like in a cookbook. I'm kind of looking for like not depression. Like a pioneer back in the day, how they cooked. I'm really looking for a book like that. If anyone can recommend one or wants to send me one, feel free. I'm just into that. I like to cook. A good novel, just really any book as long as it's not, and I was a history major 1, 2, and 3, and I'm stuck in a Henry VIII and anything that has to do with royalty type of, but I am stuck in the Henry VIII era. I watched all the Tudors. I read a lot of books on him. I read books on presidents like John F. Kennedy and everything that has to do with that. I am into biographies, so hopefully that helps you. And a little bit of like, some call them smut books, but or was it a Harlequin romance novel every now and again? That's not so bad. I used to sell Evelyn Wood's speed reading course. Did you really, Doreen? No way. That is awesome sauce. Melanie, do you like ebooks, auto books, or regular? I do a lot of ebooks because I need 3 to 5 novels a week. I haven't done the ebooks yet, like the Audible books, because speaking of which, I haven't even disclosed this tonight. My Jared got me the Samsung for my ears. My holes in my ears are really tiny and they hurt. But I don't know, even though I don't have an Apple phone, I don't know if those Apple AirPods would work. But I want to show you this. You ready? Look at this. My ear has been so inflamed and red. I woke up with it so sore. Do you see right there? Something was on my ear and I picked it off. I don't remember. Like a sort of lay on it. I let the hot water bead on it tonight. I'm not sure if I picked off a scab, if I was bit. I don't know what it was, but I will tell you what. It is so stinking sore in there. Right here is where it is killing me. Laying on my pillow, I thought maybe I slept wrong, and then I realized I picked something off, and now something's going on with my ear. I did take alcohol on a Q-tip when I got up the next day and felt that it was throbbing. It's not hurting in the inside of the ear. It is right there. You see that, folks? I don't know. I just hope it wasn't a tick that bit me and I ripped it out. Plus it costs money, right, Cindy? I'm on such a strict budget right now. Get out of Henry VIII. He died from an STD. I know, Paul. Just like I've seen all the movies and just, I don't know. Torn bonus books. Well, Melody, we're going to bed. Hug your chickens. Give them a little squeeze now and then. Maybe have more things along. Kidding. I thought they would be laying by now. Me too. But I'm just curious before you hop off. Am I doing something wrong with their diet? Should I make them like some scrambled eggs, these bougie chickens? And the one like squawks at me like, rah, rah, doing all this. I'm like, take your butt in there and do that. Pop me out an egg. There's also 3 fake eggs in there. Could that be something? Aren't you only supposed to have 1 fake egg in there? My roommate put 3. I don't know if it's throwing my chickens off. I don't know. I just want to know if everything's okay with their diet. The demore, the pellets, the scratch, the oyster, the grit, Now the cracked corn, plenty of greens I could give them. Oh, they love the sweet potato slips. They ate all the leaves and just left me the vines. They loved it. So yeah, if I'm doing something wrong, let me know, and I guess I'll have to squeeze them. Do you have a latex allergy? No, I do not, Miss Cindy. I get asked that by the doctors. I'm like, no, no allergies. Well, allergies, but not to latex. But stay safe, Red Silo. I love you to pieces. Saying hugs, everyone. Hope you have a great week ahead. I hope that you have a great week ahead. And I did see the build, and I have to comment. You have to understand I get 50 interruptions, but I will do that over my coffee. Well, either tonight or I will do that over my coffee tomorrow morning. I think I'm going to do me a French press. You know what, Cindy? Do you ever feel like a French press gives you... No, who does the French press? I need a little French press for like my teas. That's what I really want. I'll have to go to TJ Maxx and look and see if they have a small one. But I feel like when I do a French press, it's like stronger. It gets me like ping. I'm like wide awake. But anyway, I'm going to make myself a nice cup of coffee in the morning, and I will leave my comments under the videos. But love you, Red Silo Homestead. Melody, I have a ton of ebooks I could email you. Seriously? Like I could just listen to them on my phone because I could put my other thingies, my doohickeys in. Like I was on the phone and I was playing a Miranda Lambert song a little bit louder for a friend of mine. I think it was on like 15 and my roommate came in like, what are you, deaf? I'm like, coming from you that has the TV blasting all the time. Wakes me up in the morning, or I'm trying to do videos, it's blasting in there. It's like, how? I only have it on 8. I'm like, impossible. And then I thought to myself, like, are you kidding me? I just sat down. I don't get to watch TV 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That kind of ticked me off. I don't be coming in my room being like, are you deaf? Why is it so loud? I'm like, it's on 12. Like, coming from you. Shoe fly. So yeah, anyway. But yeah, I would love to be able to... Oh, Cindy, that'd be awesome. I love books. I love, love, love books. I think within books is a lot of knowledge. And I want to go to some old school books. I don't even have all my recipe books here. They're still in storage. Mind you, I still have a storage unit I'm paying for because I'm not unpacked yet. I don't even have all my recipe books, but I'm really getting into, because I like home cooking, everything from scratch type of cooking. That's my thing. I started doing that, going back to that like 5 years ago. But I'm looking for like a scratch cooking cookbook. It's baking, cooking, because it would always be good to have that on hand if there's no electricity. Give the chickens a few more weeks to lay eggs. Oh, I hope they lay soon. 1 fake egg for every 12 hens. Really, Paul? Because I'm going to go out there and take those other 2 out. You're spoiling them. They're fine. I can't help it. Anything I take responsibility for, my dogs, whatever, and one that I don't, shouldn't be held accountable for all the time. I'm just really, really good to my animals. I just really am. And what came up the other day? Mel, did you see the gold lace Wyandottes? I'm like, yeah. And there's actually another Wyandotte they came out with. And I was like, I would have went that way if I would have known. So it was a joke. I wanted to see where his head was at. I was like, well, if he would kill the other 3 when they would get older, I would get 3 gold lace Wyandottes. I like messing with him because he agitates the heck out of me sometimes. That's great to know, Melody. Not allergic to latex. No, I am not, sir. Never press your tea. No, not like press it. They had a smaller French press. Did you ever watch Simple Living Alaska? They just load it up. They pour the water, it's boiling water in it, and then they just push it down a tiny little bit, and that's it. I don't even think they let their tea sit long enough, and they're already pouring it out. And another big thing is chaga. I really want... Oh, tell me, Cindy, have you ever tried chaga? I've seen it on Amazon. I don't know what I'm doing. There's Russia, there's Alaska. I don't know. but I want to try chaga. I heard it's really, really good for you. You could pick it from the trees if you can reach it and find it. But I want to try it. It's supposed to have a lot of really good properties to it. And I was wondering if anyone's ever tried that. Well, 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 hello, Cheyenne, Wyoming, Urban Gardening. It has been a hot minute. Hey, girl, how are you? Happy Sunday. Hi, Melody. It has been a while. Yes. And I saw your fall garden video. I just needed to comment. But welcome in. Happy Sunday. How you been, girly girl? You will bruise the herbs and create tannins, which will make your tea bitter. Yep, you were right. Oh, Cindy. So we have tea in common. Okay, chaga. Have you ever? Thank you for posting her link. I did 3 loaves of homemade bread today. Only 2 loaves left. My family ate 1 whole loaf today. Also made a crock pot of barbecued ribs. Another crock pot of cabbage and broccoli and cheese soup. Girl, you're making me hungry. That is great. Are you pressure canning any of it to put up? Because I did my 3-bean, it's 3-bean fire roasted tomato chili. I made, and then I canned it up. But that sounds all yummy, yummy. All from the garden except the ribs. Yep. Jeff at Groovy Egg, formerly Bobblehead Homestead, only uses 1 fake egg for each herd of hens. Okay, I'm going to fix that. Yes, I've tried it. Oh, you have? Is it any good? Please tell me. Is it good? What do you think? Honest opinion. Honest opinion, because I want some. If you can send me a link of where you got yours, because I think I went more along the side of the Alaska side, but I wasn't sure what I was doing, so I didn't want to make a purchase since I'm on a tight budget. And what do you think of it? Not tried chaga, but seen it made from the tree to the tea on the Alaskan Wild channel. Yes, Paul. It is super earthy and is amazing with cinnamon and honey. Oh my gosh, no way. How much is it? Oh boy. Cindy, can you send me a link on like a good one to order, just as long as it's not going to cost me my first, second, and third born child? I'll see what I can do with my budget to get it. I've been so tired from garden planting. 3 times the regular amount of garden stuff is kicking my butt. I feel like I'm so behind on videos. I need to pressure can, but I'm afraid of it. Girl, talking to the one that was afraid for 1.5 years. I'm doing it, and I am absolutely loving it. Loving it. And I like it better than water bath canning. This is sweet hot pepper relish for hamburgers and hot dogs. This one's a little bit greener because I added some more green peppers into there. But I love it. Don't be scared. It's so easy. I wish I would have listened to everyone sooner. So easy. Paul, it is a flock of birds. I have a glass top stove. So do I. Don't use the fast burner side. Use the other bigger side. Turns out great. You will love it. I have the Presto 24 quart from Voon, and I wish I would have used it immediately as soon as she sent it to me. I will never turn back. I think it's great. Do not be scared, because I was petrified. I don't think anyone was more scared than me, and it is so easy, Cheyenne. An electric canner. I wish I could get that electric canner so I could walk around and do other things and not have to babysit. But let's see. Flock of seagulls. Hi, Anfisa. Hi, my lovely friend. Everyone far north home. Anfisa, who I got to brag about right now. They were in, correct me if I'm wrong, like a trailer for the last 3 winters in Alaska. The house is built. It still needs some things done, but they're going to move on into it. I'm like super excited. She's been waiting for this. She's been crawling underneath the house, doing electrical with her husband. Like, oh my goodness. It might not have everything to move in, but it's at least move in ready from what I understand. So congratulations. Y'all busted your butts to get there, and I'm so happy for you to get out of the smaller confines. Well, you could use that for storage, so the other one. Oh my gosh, it's going to look completely amazing when it's done. And I'm so super proud of you and absolutely love and adore you. You know that. So don't think I wasn't watching. I'm a watching, and kudos. Kudos. I'm so excited for you. So everyone say hello to my friend, Far North Home and Fisa. Doreen says, time for me to say goodnight. I hope everyone has a great rest of the night. You as well, Doreen, for sure. And thank you for watching my pepper video. I really appreciate it. And I have to come over and comment on your chili. And I did see the funny video of Cannon gone wrong. That was funny. I'm pretty sure I commented under it. I have to go in and see if I'm behind on any and stay on top of it. But love you, girl. Thank you for coming in, and I hope you have a great week. Stay safe. Checking out your videos as well. I would love to move to Alaska. I'm trying to talk my man into it. Oh, you're so welcome. Yep, the cabin is amazing. Oh, you must be thrilled. No, this isn't bad, and we'll get you the flavor so you know if you like it. Okay, can you email that to me? Because of the factor I can't get into my lives for like 3 to 4 days after the fact. So if I'm not putting you out any, I so want chaga. And Fisa, you need to go hunt for some chaga and send it to me, girl. Oh, I just love her and I'm so happy for her. Oh, I stopped YouTube for now. Maybe one day when life slows down, I am on Instagram though. I know you're on Instagram because that's where I find everything out. You just can only do what you can do. You got a lot going on right now. And yeah, you'll go back to YouTube hopefully. Yes, oh, thank you. You're a doll. You are a doll. So yeah, thank you to everyone who came in tonight. And anyone that watches this back means a lot to me. I have a lot of stuff I have to clean up now, like my sourdough, and I'm so sick and tired of wasting the discard. And maybe I'll make some pancakes tonight. Ooh, pancakes and a hot cup of tea. Oh, okay. And I made, the video will be out, raspberry, blackberry syrup. I wish I wouldn't have added the blackberries in with it though, because then I had to strain all the berries out because I don't like crunching on the berry seeds. So yeah, I think I might make some pancakes. And then I have all this stuff I got to put back in the box. So hopefully my roommate can get it down the steps. This was the last thing I want to tell you because this is weird. You know those big bags of fruit that you can use for smoothies? I wanted to get this bag out of my freezer. I got about a half of one that's in my fridge. This is cherry, wild blueberry, kale. It's not bad. I did strain it. I feel like it could have been strained a little bit more, but it's still good. You don't taste the kale. And the reason why I this one I water bath canned. The reason why I did this, one, to get it out of my freezer. Two, this would be really good drizzled over like a cheesecake or something like that. And then I have my raspberry blackberry one. So hopefully I could just kick it this winter, read lots of books. Cindy Brown, that is like awesomeness. I'm looking forward to seeing that come through so I can click on it. Oh, I'm so excited about that, to occupy my mind. I want to put it in so I could tune out everything else that's going on here. Why I try to get the rest of this stuff pulled out of the garden. So yeah, I've been a busy bee, busy bee. And I have a very weird zucchini that's growing out there. It's real thin. I'm about to pick that. And over my fence, something's growing, but it's growing like a trombone. I don't know. You'll see it in the update for the garden tour, whatever. But I've been busy and I need a break and I need about 5 other hands and I still have to clean up outside. So I will use the advice and cover up my green stalk planters. But I think everything else I have out there should be okay, less the eggplants. My mom always made discard fry bread. I saw a girl in the woods do a fry bread, but can't find the recipe. Do you have one, Cindy? You can email me with the cinnamon on it, with that crunch. I could go for that tonight, actually. Fry bread. Tell me what to do, because I'm going to be doing with my discard fry bread, and I've already tried it in pancakes, and it's delicious. What did I have for dinner tonight? I made 2 pieces of flounder with lemon and pepper, fresh lemon, a little bit of butter, and then I made some fresh green beans. Just a few, like 8 or 9 for me to eat for dinner, and that's what I had tonight. So the worst part about After Live is Mel has to clean all this up, because Jimmy's dog goes into things and helps herself and eats it and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, if you try cleaning up my mind, Melody, it will be just as dirty again next week. Listen, I would never really want to change you, Paul. You're just hilarious. But I'm still looking at the fry bread. Like, I want that, and I want it now. It'll really take a whole week. Yeah, it takes them a whole week to go back to being behaved. Good night, Mel. Early day tomorrow. Good to be back. Miss Andel, great to have you. Absolutely adore you. And I'm watching, just behind on commenting. But I will comment. Love you, Miss Andel. Stay safe. Thank you for coming in. I'll start getting dirty as soon as Mel's done. Melody, you can also find audiobooks on YouTube for free. I'll find one. Thank you for that. Mel, if you shove the rake up your butt, do not stand straight up to do the garden. You're so silly. So silly, but so funny. And it is... I'm on time. Y'all see that? I'm on time. I stayed on time with the comments. Not too shabby. I did pretty good tonight. So, on that note, everyone, yes, any emails you want to send me, Cindy? Fry bread, I'll take it. Audiobooks, I'll take them too. Good recommendation to some chaga, or any other tea recommendations, because that's my thing. I'm actually drinking cranberry apple in my whole $9 cup. And I think I might make a hot cup of tea after live, because I have to let my dogs down and clean all this up. But as you all very well can see, I've been so busy, zero help. And yeah, just as the name of the game, trying to get it all out of the garden. And I don't like to leave my garden a mess going into the next season. And there's going to be some updates and changes coming up soon. As soon as I have a definite, I will let you all know. Hate to leave it on that, but Mel, okay, read that. I love them spring onions and cheese savory sandwiches, Mel. Me too. But Paul, I did like an omelet last night with some tomatoes, some of these, some green peppers. Oh, it hit the spot. I absolutely loved it. So yeah, so videos this week. Beet harvest, lots of videos. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to comment. Make sure your notification bell's on. It really helps the channel. And I greatly appreciate everyone that watches this all back. My lives, it really means a lot to me. And I think I want to do a great big shout out to all the moderators. These are all awesome, awesome, awesome per usual. Another Sunday. And here we are. We got through another Sunday. Looking forward to seeing you throughout the week. And yeah, stay safe, stay well. I'm trying to let my moderators get off on time. Okay, Mel, you have a few emails for me. Thank you, girl. I've never had a problem hitting the spot either. Laugh out loud. Stay safe, everyone. Paul, are you on Instagram? Are you on that fake book? If you're on Instagram, you need to follow me. I'm a funny character over there in my stories anyway. And I found a funny thing involving a sweet potato. I wish I just can't even get into it right now. But anyway, but yeah, so everyone stay safe. Thank you to the moderators. No, I call it fake book. Laugh out loud. Get on Instagram, will you? It's better than that over there. But anyway, thank you, everyone. And a big shout out to Debbie. Thank you for Debbie's help when she can help. I really do appreciate it. Cindy, you rock. Suzanne, Miss Andel, thank you. And I'm going to end it on this note with this sweet hot pepper relish. As soon as I put it on a hot dog, I will let you know how it tastes. I've been bugging him. Keep bugging him. Cheyenne, it's great to see you. Hope to see you again for sure. Everyone stay safe, stay well, stay healthy, keep putting food up, and I will see you same time, same place next Sunday, 9 Eastern. Bye, everybody. Have a blessed week.